Hi, I'm Karen, also known as the Preacherlady. Today's devotion is Dangerous Roads. While I was thinking about what I should write about for this week's devotion, I ran across an article on the most dangerous and deadly roads in the world. Reading through the article and looking at the pictures, not only did I think, what were they thinking putting a road there? But even looking at the pictures in my office chair, messed with my fear of heights. Even just looking at the pictures, I wouldn't even want to walk on them, let alone drive on them. Some of them were so narrow that a normal sized car wouldn't fit without two of its tires falling off. But looking at all these narrow, winding, treacherous roads made me think of Matthew 7, verses 13 and 14. It goes like this: Enter through the narrow gate. For the gate is wide and the road is easy that leads to destruction, and there are many who take it. For the gate is narrow and the road is hard that leads to life, and there are few who find it. Now, Jesus really wasn't talking about roads like the ones in the article that I read. It was a metaphor for taking the easy way out. It's easier to ignore problems and hope they will go away than to face them. It's easier to assume that someone else will help the homeless and the poor than to stand with them. It's easier to put a protective wall around your heart than to look at the people and the world around you with compassion. As I mentioned last week, we're not only called to love our neighbors, we are called to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute you. As followers of Jesus, we are called to a higher standard than the rest of the world, and it's hard. It requires not following the crowd. It requires taking a stand for the least of these, even when that isn't the political or popular thing to do. And trying to think of a geeky example, Captain America came to mind. There were many times where he was ordered to stand down or back off, but he would do the right thing, even if it meant he would become an outlaw to the government. He wouldn't abandon Bucky. He wouldn't give in to political pressure. He did what was right, regardless of the consequences. Cap took the narrow road. As Christians, we are called, like Captain America, to stand up for what is right, to speak out when we see injustice or hate. It's hard. It can even be dangerous. There are parts of the world, even today, where you can be killed just for being a Christian. And standing up for what's right today can often get you unfriended on social media. It's hard. But Jesus promises it will be well worth it in the end. Now, everyone wanders off the narrow path and has to find their way back. So don't beat yourself up if you realize that you have gone along with society or gone along with peer pressure. I have too. So has everybody. Just pick yourself up. Seek out the compassionate, the just, and the right road again. If you've enjoyed this devotion, you can find us at Geeks of Faith on Facebook, or you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. Have a blessed week.